My name is Steve Brewer, and I'm an English teacher at Edgewood High School. If I contrast my first day of school to now, I am as excited every year on the first day, or the first day of a semester, as I was then. And my stomach is filled with butterflies. It's nerve-wracking, but in an exhilarating way also. Role models here taught me very early on that kids essentially don't change. And here at Edgewood High School, I would say kids are as prepared or better than they ever were. A lot of them have a lot more pressure to perform and do things. I don't think the culture itself is quite as inviting, because I think it's a harder world now than it was in the 80s. I think even though there was a terrible recession then, I think it's harder to get a job, it's harder to afford things. So there are external factors that put pressure on them. But I would say kids are as big a joy or ever compared to my first day of teaching as they are now. I almost want to name mentors. I don't know if it's acceptable to do that, but Sarah Robinson, who hired me and for whom my student taught and who is the reason many of us are here, she was an amazing mentor. Larry DeMoss, retired colleagues Becky Schick, Susan Gulick, all of them have done something, and that is they're in my corner and they constantly have reassured me that my desire to innovate, my flops, all of them will be fine. And I feel just that kind of nurturing atmosphere. There's no one thing anybody said, it's just knowing there's somebody in my corner has made me feel freer and freer to experiment. And that's, I think, been essential for my happiness. As far as shouting out or giving credit to somebody for the award, I don't know who exactly submitted it. I have not heard that. So whoever you are, thank you very much. It's really sweet. And now it feels like the Academy Awards. I want to thank my parents, blah, 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 but I also want to thank a lot of teachers I had, especially teachers in literature classes or art classes, who had high standards but kept passion alive so that they validated this as a subject matter and a profession in teaching English that has just been a source of enormous enrichment my entire adult life. That I've gotten paid to do something that's essentially sharing and communally discovering art with a group. And who else gets paid to do that?